Welcome to Hobbies and Happenings, weekly hobby vlog and news show where I show you what I did last week and tell you what's happening in the next one. Let's go this way. All right, so the first model that I have this week for the hobby segment is a Ki-Adi-Mundi from Star Wars Shatterpoint. This is the model that I was working on stream last week. And the only thing that I didn't finish on stream last week was the lightsaber, because the lightsaber had to be airbrushed, because I really like how the lightsabers come out airbrushed. So that's Ki-Adi-Mundi. All right, the next model we have up here is a Gwenum from a Marvel Crisis Protocol. So I really wanted to accentuate the pink tongue and the pink flats a lot, but instead of making it like a, more fleshy type pink, I really want to make it like that punk rock, really, really bright pink. So yeah, that's what I went with here. All right, so these next few things are from a project I'm currently working on. Is the core box for Marvel Crisis Protocol. So the reason I'm doing this core box right now is we will be using these core box models for our demos at the Washington State Gaming Expo. And eventually these will be giving away. So keep your eyes and ears open. All right, so the next one we have up here is Iron Man from that core box project. So I really wanted to accentuate these flames a little bit more and try to work with my airbrush a lot more with making flame effects. So that's what I did with this guy. The flame effects turned out pretty bright and I'm pretty happy with it. And with these next models, I'm sure you can see why exactly I was working on trying to make some easy flame effects, because a lot of these core box models have these effects in them. So this is Captain Marvel, the regular version and the binary form that she turns into. And the next model we have here is Black Widow from the core set. And this is probably one of my favorite sculpts in the entire set. I really love how she's propped up, like destroying the Ultron drone. Yeah, this one was actually really fun to paint. Not so fun to build, but it happens. And the next model from this core box set that I'm working on is Spider-Man. And as I said, with Black Widow being one of my favorites, this is probably my favorite sculpt from the entire set. It's super dynamic and it's so much better than the first one that they released. All right, next thing we have up here is Red Skull. He's the first of the villain half of the box. I really wanted to accentuate the giant cube that he's holding, of course, because it's the whole focal point of the model. So I tried to go pretty heavy on the OSL here, and I think it turned out pretty neat. And the next villain I have here is Baron Helmut Zemo. I like this model quite a bit. I'm still a little partial to the first one, but I do think that this pose is much better. And he was actually really fun to paint. And the next model we have up here is Crossbones from the same core box. Really like this one with this giant gun and him cracking his knuckles. It's a fairly easy model to paint. There's a lot of black and just a little bit of skin tone here, but I mean, it came out pretty good. And the next one we have here is Ultron. And don't have his drones quite yet, but I really like this model. How it turned out. The flames, when we got him under the light here, were super bright. So were his glowing bits. So, really happy how he turned out. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. And, you know, I really wanted to go heavy into a stealth suit, so, you know, all black. You know, I could have, you know, done a little camo pants or something like that, but nah, he's all black, super stealthy. On to the news. So more convention news. We'll be hosting 3 tournaments at the convention. Your entry fee will be included in your convention ticket, and we will be giving away $500 in prizing each day. So on Friday, March 28th, we'll be having a Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament. Convention opens at 12, registration starts at 1, dice rolling at 2 p.m. sharp. And on Saturday, March 29th, we have our Warhammer 40K tournament. Convention opens at 10, registration is at 10:30, and dice roll at 11. And finally, to round out the weekend, on Sunday, March 30th, we have another Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament. Doors open at 10, registrations at 10:30, dice roll at 11. We will also be running demos for Marvel Crisis Protocol and Warhammer 40K throughout the day at the convention. Get your tickets now in the link in the description. On to the pre-orders. The release of Marvel Crisis Protocol War of the Kings has been pushed back to March 28th. Also on March 28th, we have the Inhumans Royal Court for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Also on March 28th, we have the Galaxy's Deadliest character pack from Marvel Crisis Protocol. And also on March 28th, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy affiliation pack for Marvel Crisis Protocol. And on April 11th, we have Tarkir Dragonstorm from Magic the Gathering. On April 25th, we have the Midnight Suns affiliation pack from Marvel Crisis Protocol. And on June 13th, we have Final Fantasy from Magic the Gathering. On to the events. On March 19th, 21st, and 22nd, we have a Pokemon Journey Together pre-release event. And on March 28th, 29th, and 30th, we will be at the Washington State Game Expo, as we mentioned in the news. Thank you for coming. We'll be back next Saturday with another Hobbies and Happenings. For more information and to keep the conversation going, feel free to join our Discord. And to purchase anything that we talked about today, links will be in the descriptions. Until next time, keep on gaming this way.